Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. In this video, I'm just going to go over real quick the description entry form for OPUS projects, actually using WinDesc, just to demonstrate some of the fields that need to be populated and kind of how this works. So I have this box open. I was using WinDesc, and I'm not going to show the application just now, but what I want to do is from my spreadsheet, I have the 4-character ID or the station serial number, depending on what documentation you're reading. And this is assigned when it's when an observation is submitted to OPUS projects, and I have the corresponding NGS PID also listed on this spreadsheet, so I can easily figure out which description, which point is associated with which mark ID. So I'm going through the process of updating the description. So here I've done 3 of them so far, and I'm going to just demonstrate how I'm going to do this 4th one, just so you all can understand kind of what the process is and what you can do to help make this process easier. So we're going to add 489. It's going to be this guy right here. I'm going to move this over to the side, and then I'm going to type in 0489, and it's going to be, we're recovering the mark basically. It's not a new mark, it's an existing mark, and we found it, so it's not non-recovery. So we're going to recover it, and basically our options here are just modify the existing description. So if I punch in the PID, this is why it's nice to use existing NGS control. 489 is DW0037, DW0037, and now I have an option to either get the information from the datasheet file or from the web. So I'm going to hit get data via the World Wide Web. World Wide Web, sorry. What do you want to import? I got all these boxes checked. I hit OK. It's going to ping the server. And then it populates the information. So now the next thing I'd like to do is basically verify that information. So I go to the NGS website, and then I'm going to search for, how do we go back here? Go to location, PID, and I'm going to punch this in, DW0037, and I'm going to grab this data sheet. And I just want to verify that what it pulled from the database matches the data sheet. So I got a designation of Y69 in Imperial County. The quad is Frank. Now they're saying that we should verify that with the USGS quad maps. Maybe I'll do that at the one last comb through of everything. Recovery information. So recovery information, we're a state agency as Caltrans. So I'm going to pick state. The agency code, if I put CADT, California Department of Transportation, the date that this point was recovered. So what I'm doing is I'm going to the shared folder that some folks have shared with me. So let me navigate to this one. Now it makes it easier if I can get to it quickly. So this is going to be DW0037. It's nice to have them organized by PID. Let's see here. Just clicking through trying to figure out where it is. And actually this particular individual has the folders by designation. So it's Y69, so it's not that one. Not that one. Let me see. Bear with me a second. There we go. Found the folder with it. And the picture was taken March 2nd, 2023. So that's, I'm using the timestamp on the picture. So 2023, 0302, chief of parties. I'm not going to use my initials for that. I'm going to use the person that actually recovered it. So let me know what your initials are. Good condition. I can verify that by looking at the picture. Let me look at that. So I'm going through all this in real time. Yeah, just quickly, it looks good. So then this surface marker information should match what's listed here on the data sheet. So it's a disk benchmark. So the type is a DB. Category D is for disk. Otherwise you're going to put rod, landmark, or other. So it's a disk. It's a benchmark disk. Does it have magnetic material? Yes or no? According to this, it says no. Stability is C. And then is it flush, projecting above the surface, or recessed? That's what those three options are. So the last note was it's projecting 5 centimeters above the ground. And so let me see if I can, and that's what the picture looks like. It's a little bit above the ground. So I'm going to say it's good. Setting type 07, which is this here. And then the logo type A, Coast and Geodetic Survey. Let's see what that says. It's okay, National Agency, Coast and Geodetic Survey, and then what the stamping actually has on the disc. So I can verify that. Y69 1928. I see the 193,658 stamped on there for the elevation. Okay, so that looks good. And then underground marker setting information, I'll leave blank, and then I'll hit save, and that's it. If it doesn't have any, there's another box that pops up. Now, if I go, let's see, if I pick this guy and I click position, see, it pulls all this position data from the data sheet as well. So, and then if I'm not able to populate this, it won't let me save it or won't let me continue. So again, this is one of the benefits of using existing control in the NGS database. So what I wanted to also point out that's helpful is the notes that are, let's see, so this needles point EU0749. I want to demonstrate this one. This individual did a good job of making notes on the description, and then highlighted the data sheet. So rather than being flush, this particular point was down 0.6, highlighted the other information there, and put the date of the recovery, which is good, and then highlighted the to reach, or basically the description to get to the point. And then at the very end, he made some notes here. So this to me, after working through this, would be an ideal situation where I can look at the data sheet and just make sure that whatever I'm putting into the description file is accurate. So, and then lastly is the photos. So the way the photos are being organized, let me blow this up, is they want them by the PID, and then with the -1 is going to be the close-up photo, -2 is the eye level view, and then -3 is the horizon view. So what I'm doing is, as I'm doing these, each one of these one by one, I'm copying them over into this folder that I've created for this project, just called Photos. I give it the PID and then -1. And then there's going to be, at some point in this process, there's going to be an option for me to point the program to this folder, and then it'll resize and format all these photos. And then it'll load them into the project. So I'll wait for that. I'll do a demo on that when I get there. That'll be part 2 or part 3, whatever I decide to call it. So just wanted to share that little step. So if you guys are out there participating in this project, definitely helps to have the notes on the observation log, and then review the data sheet while you're in the field. Make sure everything matches. When you're taking the photos, assign the name based on the PID, -1, -2, and -3 based on the view. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.